By the way, Joe, whose idea was it to make this program so hard? We learned everything that all the rest of the medical schools in America learn. The policy, no ology left behind. Then we add all the strange, rare, and peculiar naturopathic classes, where we are literally graded on collecting our own urine for 3 days in a row, starving ourselves on elimination diets, and what else?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of things in it I can't keep track.
We get graded on trying to hear what it is the plants are trying to say to us. We had 3,242 hours of class, 1,100 hours of clinic, and 10 months of exams. Then there's the overachievers, the dual trackers. I'm talking about the acupuncturists, the midwives, and the amazing moms and dads. Because they're pretty amazing. So when you were going to bed, the acupuncture students were heading to their next class. The midwives just skipped sleeping altogether, proving night after night that for birth, there is no place like home. Did I mention study time? Oh no, I didn't, because that's way too depressing. Oh, and speaking of depressing, we only have 44 days till boards.
So a lot of the people this weekend are still asking me, so what's the difference between you and an MD? How does your education differ? And there's a million ways it's similar and a million ways it's different, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but to me I think the most important one is that we as naturopaths in our education area, we spend a lot less time learning drugs to treat symptoms, and we spend a lot more time learning just a host of therapies to really address the cause of the problem. Now, I've helped a lot of people to overcome a lot of serious illness, and I know that at least 75% of my class is 50% smarter than I am, and 25% more motivated than me at least 15% of the time. So I can only imagine the impact you guys are going to have as you sink your heels in, toss back some ginseng, and prove that it doesn't take overprescribed drug therapy to heal the world. It just takes a passionate and dedicated doctor with a vision of health, a belief in our medicine, and the wisdom to call Dr. Anderson when you screw someone up really badly. Now, it may not look like it, but we take this medicine very seriously. So here is a real serious story about a real serious patient from a real serious student with a really big heart and really big hair.
44-year-old female coming in with nausea. No problem. I get a chart. I see she's been in to see the naturopaths now quite a few times. She's already eating the perfect little diet, sucking on ricin, taking a demulcent, rocking the castor oil packs, and doing contrast hydrotherapy in the shower every morning. In fact, the more I read, the scarier I get. It gets CBC with platelets and dip, electrolytes done, chem screen, TSH with reflex, urine gravity, ketones, serum amylase to creatinine, HCG, pelvic ultrasound, upper GI, endoscopy? Not to mention the list of antiemetics that had been prescribed by her gastroenterologist. Nothing had touched the nausea, and there was no diagnosis. Now I was nervous. So I said, "What brings you in to see us today?" Like I had no idea. I am so sick to my stomach. I have been nauseous for 4 months, and I just can't take it anymore. I started flipping through the chart, and I thought, oh my goodness, where's that button Dr. Neary says we should put under the exam table so when we need to be ejected out of a room, we can press it, and our pager goes off. Okay. So, you're nauseous. Is there something you need to throw up? Her eyes started to fill up with tears. The room got quiet, and I thought, Dr. Brad says, if you just listen, your patients will tell you what's wrong with them. She started to cry a little bit and started mumbling about a dysfunctional relationship she was in, and I knew we need to do some craniosacral therapy. So she lay down on the exam table. I held her feet in my hands. I set my intention for the practice, and I asked her body if it wanted to join me in that. Then I went over and I put one hand over her throat and the other over her heart. Her body started to shake. Her breathing became very rapid. And the abuse that woman shared with me that day will never be forgotten. She sat up after the session. She looked at me with a pretty blank stare. So I pretended to hold up a mirror and I said, "Can you see how absolutely beautiful you are right now?" And I reflected her gaze. Her response? "I'm not nauseous anymore."